problem is we're all going to suffer from this. This is going to cause things to go up. When you have a president that's constantly saying, go union, the unions get emboldened and then they start asking for things.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Let's take a look at Nikki Haley. She's another presidential candidate and another ghoul and another anti-worker cretin. She has also commented on the UAW strike. Not quite as bad as Tim Scott, but still very, 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 very bad. Let's listen to what she told Neil Cavuto on Fox News.
Well, I think that's it tells you that when you have the most pro-union president and he touts that he is emboldening the unions, this is what you get. And I'll tell you who pays for it is the taxpayers. You know, here, from what I understand, the union is asking for a 40% raise. You know, the companies have come back with a 20% raise. I think any of the taxpayers would love to have a 20% raise and think that's great. But, you know, the problem is we're all going to suffer from this. This is going to cause things to go up. And, you know, this is going to last a while. But, you know, when you have a president that's constantly saying, go union, this is what you get. The unions get emboldened and then they start asking for things that, you know, that companies have a tough time doing. And so I don't think government should get involved in this. These are private sector matters. But I do think the tone of how a president talks about unions and how a president emboldens them does play a role in this. And we're seeing what Biden has done play a role in this.
It's you're going to suffer. You are going to suffer. Right. You, the listener, the taxpayer.
The taxpayer somehow, even though the UAW employees are not government workers.
You're going to suffer, and it's Joe Biden's fault.
Yeah. I mean, really, really kind of wild stuff there. But that, I think, is, you know, I mean, I think she's partially right, because I do think that when you have a president that even just the act of verbalizing support for unions and saying that they're good and all of this kind of stuff, and saying that he supports their strike, and now Joe Biden is even going to the picket line on Tuesday. I don't know if you'd seen that, Adam. It just came out yesterday, but he's planning to go and walk the picket line with UAW members in Michigan.
And I think that's responding to public pressure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That obviously wasn't his first reaction.
Right. It was not his first reaction. But, you know, he has been saying, you know, lots of good things about unions. And I think that, you know, that has an effect on people, right? They see the president of the United States says unions are good. You know, maybe they're not so bad. Maybe my boss is wrong when he says that all of these bad things are going to happen to me if I form a union. You know, I think she's absolutely right. It has an impact. And, you know, I just think that it's a good impact when workers are emboldened to ask for more.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
And Joe Biden very smartly used her words and cut an ad based on it. Let's play that.
When you have a president that's constantly saying, go union, this is what you get. The unions get emboldened and then they start asking for things.
The first bill he passed had $86 billion for union pensions.
This president clearly does prioritize union jobs, and he's made very clear here that union workers deserve more, that their pay increases have not come close to the success and the money that all of these auto companies have enjoyed.
So
interesting. Yeah, kind of leaning into it.
Yeah.
You know, I would argue it's probably a little pumped up, his pro-union record. You know, I don't forget about the rail workers. I don't forget about Warrior Met. I don't forget about the grand scale of the problems that we're facing. And so, you know, I'll take some table scraps because I'm hungry, but that's not a nourishing meal.
And just what he has done is enough to send people like this into a tailspin.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And so you see the wild overreaction. You know, imagine if we got even half of what we deserved from an administration. But, you know, it's smart politically, I think, because 75% support the UAW. That's a hell of a lot more people support Joe Biden.
Yep.
and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer.
Right.
I mean, this check, who's got the higher approval rating?
Exactly.
So I think it's about time that unions be strong enough and popular enough that we can bully Drew Barrymore and Joe Biden into caving to our pressure.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good deal. That's a good sign. And,
Exactly.
you know, I think we're going to see more and more of this where politicians from both parties are going to, you know, be pandering in their own ways.
Right.
And we're going to have to be, you know, sophisticated in not falling for nonsense because we'll see it coming from both parties. We'll see it happening. But, you know, all in all, if we're powerful enough that the politicians are wanting to chase behind us and kind of get in on it, maybe that means we can win something.
Yep.
And that's where it's important, is where we can actually, you know, get real material support and changes, because damn it, we really need it.
Yep.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.